What up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video, and today I'm making another mock draft. I made a last one, and I had a good time doing it, so we're gonna make another one. Last time I made it was a couple weeks ago. Some changes have been in the draft order, and some reports have come out, blah blah blah, here and there. So let's go with another mock draft. I'm gonna incorporate some trades. I'm pretty sure on this site I can't actually make trades, but I'm gonna incorporate it in my own thing, and I'll show you guys everything at the end. But the first overall pick was kind of obvious. Again, Trevor Lawrence here. I'm not going to explain myself. I don't need to. Second overall pick here. I'm actually going to have the Jets. I'm going to take... I might have said Penei Sewell last time. I'm saying Justin Fields this time. He balled out against Clemson. And today I'm recording it, Monday the 11th. They're playing Ohio State. They're playing Alabama in the national championship game. This could change. If he has a shitty game, this could change and he can go down a little bit. The Miami Dolphins here. There has been rumors that Deshaun Watson, who has not requested a trade, but thinking about it, he would be okay to get traded to Miami for a Tua and some other picks. That could be a thing. But I'm actually gonna have them taking Ja'Marr Chase. They need a dynamic playmaker, and they don't have one. Ja'Marr Chase will be that guy for them. The Atlanta Falcons, I think that they are going to take a quarterback. I think Matt Ryan, he's past his prime a little bit, so I have them taking Zach Wilson. I think it's perfect for them. Maybe you can sit under Matt Ryan for a year, half a year, and we'll see what goes on there. And then site wants to work. And then the Bengals, this is a perfect spot for them. Get Penei Sewell, protect Joe Burrow, franchise quarterback. They need to protect him. Everything's good there. The Philadelphia Eagles, as of reports right now, I'm pretty sure I saw them half an hour ago. That what's his name? Doug Peterson has been fired. I mean, after that last game against the Washington football team, you can tell he gave up on that game. I mean, if he would have went in with Nate Sudfeld, that's fine. You're we all know a lot of teams just going with their backups. But the fact that he took out Jalen Hurts, who he wasn't having a good game, but he's the reason why you're in the game. The fact that you took him out with the fourth quarter coming in and it's a 3-point game, it's just you just don't make that move. You just don't make that move. And obviously, I'm gonna be biased. I have a little Daniel Jones plaque up there. I'm a Giants fan, but I still don't think you do that. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's a winning culture in your team. I just don't think you do that. No, he's gone. Doesn't matter. But with the draft, they need a playmaker. They need dynamic people on the edge. Your defense is getting a little older, but or do they take Micah Parsons? That's You know what? I changed my mind. Change my mind real quick. I have them taking Micah Parsons here. Their linebacking core is weak. They need playmakers. They do need playmakers. Their linebacking core is weak. Their defense is getting a little bit worse, a little bit older. Get Micah Parsons, who's going to solidify that linebacking core, and then hopefully Jalen Reagor takes that next step for you. That's what you're hoping for. But the Lions now on this pick, wide receiver is one position that I think they do need because Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay are both gone. I have them taking Devontae Smith here out of Alabama. He's been killing it for them when they played Florida in, I think, the title, the championship game or whatever for the SEC. I don't know what everything is called. He balled out against them. They just played Notre Dame. He balled out against Notre Dame. That's what I'm saying. I don't see. I don't remember the Florida game. Let me look that up actually real quick. Let's see here. It's not popping up. That's cool. ESPN, show me please. Let's see. Let's go to the Alabama against Notre Dame game. 130 yards, 7 catches. That's fantastic. That's actually really, really good. Fantastic right there. I'm trying to find the game that they did play against Florida here. For the bowl games, it doesn't want to pop up for me. That's cool. It's not popping up. So, I'm not this. He balled out. Which he balled out because he's good like that. They take Devonta Smith. The Panthers here. It's kind of obvious Teddy Bridgewater isn't the answer. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's not the answer. So they're gonna take Trey Lance here. He's the quarterback of the future. Teddy Bridgewater can definitely coach him up. Sit behind Teddy for a year because Trey Lance is a raw prospect. He only played 1 year of college, so I think you have to take that into consideration and let him sit behind Teddy Bridgewater for the year. Denver Broncos are up next here. With the next 6 picks here, there's going to be Dallas, the Giants, 49ers, the Chargers, and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm actually going to have the New England Patriots. They are going to trade up to pick 9, and they're not going to go quarterback here. I think they're going to try and get a quarterback where there's like Fitzmagic, Matthew Stafford, which could have been a trade right now, but I didn't make a trade right now. It could have been. Or let's say like a Carson Wentz, and they're going to take a dynamic playmaker out of Florida, Kyle Pitts. And he's going to help change that offense because they need playmakers. They literally have no playmakers. The N'Keal Harry he didn't step up like you needed him to, partially due to Cam Newton, but it is what it is. The Cowboys are up here. Their O-line is diminishing a little bit, but their defense was terrible. They fired the defensive coordinator. They're going to take Patrick Surtain, help solidify the cornerbacks because Chidobe Awuzie, I think, is a free agent this year, so he could leave. New York Giants up on the board. As a Giants fan, as a firm Daniel Jones believer, I think the O-line they were rough this year. Towards the end, they were playing really good, except for the Arizona game, especially Andrew Thomas. He was playing really good at the end of the year. O-line was rough. Wide receivers were getting injured. Saquon was injured. It also doesn't help that the wide receivers, they don't get separation. Darius Slayton did not take the step that we needed him to this year. So I think we need a number 1 wide receiver. Darius Slayton is going to be a great number 2. Sterling Shepard, great slot. Golden Tate, ship him out of here. And I think we're going to take Jalen Waddle, who I think can be our number 1 wide receiver. And it's going to change our offense. Because I know defense wins championships. Our defense is pretty good. They're decent enough. And the offense is what held this team back. So we need to get a dynamic playmaker. And this is all saying, I'm drafting here right now. I never know. Later on, I make another mock draft. Let's say the Giants get Allen Robinson, Kenny Galladay, Juju, or like Chris Godwin, one of those guys. And then there's no need for Jalen Waddle, so we get like maybe an edge rusher, which we do need. So as of right now, the 11th, January 1st. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. January 11th, 2021. They're going to take Jalen Waddle, in my opinion here. 49ers are up. They could go quarterback right here. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think Jimmy G is really the answer there. But they do need O-lineman. Christian Darrisaw, perfect fit for them. Chargers, they also need O-lineman. They also need kind of defense, but I think they need O-line. Rashawn Slater is going to be there. They need to protect their stud in a quarterback in Justin Herbert, obviously. Minnesota Vikings, they also need O-line. They also do need some defense. Tough pick. With the 2 top kind of O-linemen off the board, I mean, this could be a trade down scenario here. But I have them taking Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC, solidify the O-line for them, protect Kirk Cousins a little bit, because he was pretty decent towards the end of the year. But I still don't think he's the answer. But with the top quarterbacks off the draft board, I think you don't take another quarterback. Denver Broncos would be here at 15, but because they traded with the New England Patriots in this mock draft. The Denver Broncos, I mean, I wouldn't move off of Drew Lock just because it's a second-year quarterback. I don't think you get rid of quarterbacks after 2 years. That just makes no sense to me. You have to let them develop a little bit. They could look for edge rusher because Von Miller's getting older, and they could have a nice little duo of Kwity Paye and Bradley Chubb. But no, I have them taking Caleb Farley, get another cornerback. AJ Boye is a little bit on the older side. Solidify the secondary. Make sure they get Justin Simmons back. Pretty sure he's a free agent this year. I'm not for sure. But the Arizona Cardinals, they probably would have loved to take Caleb Farley, but they probably love someone even more who has fallen in this mock draft. Kwity pay to Arizona. It's perfect. They need edge rushers, and honestly, that team's going to be pretty scary. I don't know if Cliff Kingsbury is the long-term answer as a head coach, but he does help out Kyler Murray a ton. Now we have the Las Vegas Raiders, not Oakland. They definitely need defense. Jeremiah Owosu, he's going to be their linebacker of the future. They're going to help them a ton. Now we're going to have the Miami Dolphins here at pick 18. They do need edge. So, excuse me, they also could use a running back, but I just don't see the point of running back at pick 18 when you can have Gregory Rousseau, who's going to be a little bit of a project player, but their defense is already so good enough that they can take a chance and maybe let them develop a little bit more because their defense is young, their team is young, they're going to be good. So we can let them rest. Washington football team, after, I forget his name, the quarterback that just balled out for them against the Bucks. He balled out. I don't think he's the long-term answer. He had one great game. You can't just base someone off one good game. I think he's decent, but you can't base someone who's going to be super good off one game. Now, saying that, they do need a quarterback. Alex Smith is okay. There's no guarantee that he returns next year. But the picks coming up, I don't see the Bears are the moon on from Trubisky. I don't see them taking a quarterback in the draft. They need to get a young. They need to get a veteran quarterback. The Colts might take a quarterback, but I would think they need a veteran too. All these teams here that are coming up don't need a quarterback except for maybe Pittsburgh, depending on what Big Ben does, and maybe New Orleans. But I don't know if they'll take a quarterback there, or maybe Tampa for under Tom Brady. But the Washington football team, I don't think you take a little reach on a quarterback here. I think there's a lot of other positions that you do need. I think Jalen Mayfield, an offensive tackle out of Michigan, could help you solidify that O-line because we all know Trent Williams left. They could use another O-lineman. They could use Travis Etienne as a running back if they don't think Antonio Gibson's a long-term answer. They could use another wide receiver alongside of Terry McLaurin. But I think they're going to take Jalen Mayfield, protect whoever's going to be under center for them next year. Now, the Bears, they would love to take Jalen Mayfield as well because their O-line, as a Giants fan, I know our line isn't good. The Bears' O-line is trash. Excuse me. So I think they're going to have to take an O-lineman or a wide receiver. I think the Bears are kind of screwed for the future. Their defense is aging. Honestly, what really screwed them over was the Mitch Trubisky pick. If they would have took I'm going to say Deshaun Watson because Mahomes, he sat behind Alex Smith, and that helped him become so much greater than what he's right now. So I think Alex Smith helped him so much. But let's say Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was good right away, right? So if they would have took Deshaun Watson, they would be Super Bowl contenders. Now they have some bad contracts, and they're not set for the future. They are set to win now, and I don't know if they really can with that offense, especially since Allen Robinson clearly does not want to be there anymore. Unless they get a great quarterback or maybe get rid of Nagy, I don't see Allen Robinson staying there. So they're screwed. They could take a wide receiver here, but I think I'm just gonna give them an O-lineman, and I'm gonna give them Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. Whoever's gonna be under center for them, I don't know who it's gonna be. I doubt it's Mitch Trubisky. I saw a report that they might not keep him anymore. Could be Nick Foles. I highly doubt it. He played absolute trash when he did come in. I love Nick Foles, but he played terrible. I don't know who it's gonna be. It could be Carson Wentz, one of those quarterbacks. I doubt Matthew Stafford because they're in the same division. We really don't know. The Bears are a question mark this offseason. It's gonna be fun to watch what happens there. Jacksonville Jaguars. What do they need? This is tough. This is very, very tough. I kind of want to give them J.C. Horn. He's fallen a little bit, and then pair him with C.J. Henderson. That's scary. That's a scary secondary. And your wide receiver core is pretty decent. You can use a tight end, but we already know. I'm having a brain fart right now. Who am I thinking of? Kyle Pitts. Oh, that was my fault. I had a brain fart there. We already know Kyle Pitts off the board, so I don't know if you take a tight end so early. And they have a top pick in the second round because they're the number one pick, so they can maybe take like a Pat Freiermuth in the second round. I'm liking this idea of J.C. Horn to Jacksonville, pairing him up with C.J. Henderson. Now, the Indianapolis Colts, assuming Phillip Rivers retires, because I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think he was okay at best. I think they need a quarterback, but that team is so good that I think they can get like a Carson Wentz, who Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator for the Eagles when Carson Wentz was great. They can get Carson Wentz there. Then I don't know if they're gonna keep T.Y. Hilton, but they have Jonathan Taylor, who's great. They have Michael Pittman, um, and they have a great tight ends. It'll be a match made in heaven and Carson Wentz on the Indianapolis Colts. Now what they do, I don't know what they need though. They're a great team. They don't need O line. Their O line's great. Maybe they can use another linebacker or an edge because they do have a good D line. Um, Maybe give them a wide receiver. I mean, if T.Y. Hilton's gone, they can have a Michael Pittman and then a Rashad Bateman, little duo there. I'm liking that idea a lot. I think Rashad Bateman's gonna go to the Indianapolis Colts. Cleveland Browns here. They just had an upset against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Browns didn't even have their head coach. I love Juju Smith-Schuster. What a bum move by saying that the Browns are the Browns. They're the normal Browns we see every single year. No, they're not. This is a different Browns team. Kevin Stefanski's been a great, great head coach for them. The Browns, I think Joseph Osai could be a good edge rusher here. Olivier Vernon's older. I think he got hurt. He's not going to be there for the playoff run. But they do need help in the secondary here. Eric Stokes is looking like the pick that I would make for them. And I think that's the pick I'm going to make for them. Yeah. Their secondary is so weak. It's the defense that holds them back. Their D-line's pretty decent, but it's the defense that holds them back. Now that I did not take Joseph Osai, I think it's a perfect fit for the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans defense has been pretty bad all year. They just got beat by Baltimore, and it wasn't even their defense's fault. Their defense held up most of the game, allowed 20 points, and their offense was the one that really choked up. The Baltimore defense held Derrick Henry to, I believe, 48 yards and like 24 rushes. Great performance by Baltimore. Hats up to them. They played great. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. They're a good team. I mean, Tom Brady's been playing really well. With his age, I think Travis Etienne's a great spot for them. Leonard Fournette, I don't think he's number one running back on the team, or he's going to be the option for the future. So I think Travis Etienne could help have add another great piece to their offense, and especially if they might lose Chris Godwin or Antonio Brown, and Etienne would be great for them. Now Baltimore Ravens here, they need wide receivers bad. Terrence Marshall, no question here for me. The wide receivers core is one of the worst in the league. They need wide receivers. Help Lamar Jackson. We all know Lamar Jackson is not the best thrower of the football. He has improved, but he's not a great thrower of the football. I think adding a great wide receiver will help them a lot. Now the New York Jets. You just have a young quarterback, and he has decent weapons. I think I'm gonna give them Najee Harris here, and Frank Gore. Obviously, is the 17th year in the NFL. He's one of the older guys in the NFL. Again, we just drafted Justin Fields for them. Get Najee Harris, get some playmakers for him, and let's get rolling with the new era in New Jersey, East Rutherford, New Jersey, because they don't play in New York for some odd reason. Neither do the Giants do. They should build a stadium in New York. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to be picking up. I think this is a quarterback spot. Personally, I mean they have some other issues they need to fill. But we don't know what's going on with Big Ben. He looked sad at the end of the game. He had his head down. I'm pretty sure he was crying. This could be his last year in the NFL. You never know. I think trading for Sam Darnold might be an option. Maybe getting Jameis Winston throws the football deep. If you bring back Juju, you're gonna have Deontay Johnson, Juju, and Chase Claypool. You need a Jameis Winston throws the ball deep. He's a good deep ball thrower. Well, he's a good arm. So I mean, maybe Jameis Winston. But I have them taking Mac Jones out of Alabama, and if Big Ben plays another year, he sits behind Big Ben. The Saints, they are absolutely screwed. I don't know if you guys know this, but their cap space, they're gonna be $99 million over the cap next year. They are screwed next year. But let's say they somehow figure everything out and they can keep going. Maybe run it back with Jameis, or keep Taysom Hill and run it back again. I'm having taken Zaven Collins. Their linebacking core is pretty weak. I think Zaven Collins can really solidify them right there. Buffalo Bills here. Buffalo Bills are a great team. Honestly, they're definitely the third best team in the NFL. 1, KC, 2, Green Bay, and 3, Buffalo. Buffalo's absolutely great. They have a great quarterback too, in Josh Allen. their O-line, I guess their O-line's kind of a weak point of the team. You don't really hear too much about them. But yeah, I mean they're a great team. Cornerback unit, they can use a nice second cornerback behind Tre'Davious White. But with most of the cornerbacks taken off the board, the top cornerbacks, I mean they can wait for a couple of these ones unless you want to reach on like a Shaun Wade. But I don't think you reach at this point. So I have him taking an O lineman here, Samuel Cosby from Texas, going to the Buffalo Bills. And now we have the Green Bay Packers up here. Um, I think they do need interior D line, and I think Jay Tufili, I don't know how to pronounce the name if I pronounce it right. Fits perfect for them. They need interior D line. They're one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. So I think Jay Tufili would help them tremendously out of USC. Kansas City Chiefs, they're fantastic. Everything they have is everything they have. They're the best team in the NFL. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes. I guess their defense is a weak point, but it's not really even that weak. Um, I mean, what do they need? I mean, we can get an interior O lineman and Creed Humphrey. Wouldn't be terrible. Or like a Nick Boston for the linebacking unit. I'm actually liking that Nick Boston pick out of Missouri. I think he's gonna be a great addition to this Kansas City Chiefs defense. And that's the mock draft, guys. So I'm gonna show you this on the screen. So Jacksonville Jaguars, and then this is top 5 picks. All kind of you see how I picked those. This pick actually I didn't know how to trade it, so I just said I was gonna trade it or what I think was gonna happen. So I have this one's gonna be the New England Patriots here, and this one is Denver here. So New England trades up and gets Kyle Pitts, a dynamic playmaker, and the Broncos trade down and get Caleb Farley, pair up with AJ Boye. Hold the secondary out. Yeah, here's all my picks. You can slow it down or pause the video to see all the picks. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I think maybe another mock draft. I don't know, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.